Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Key. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and it's this little series that I had planned where I watch random anime, and based off of the first one or two episodes, I kind of talk about it and see whether or not it's something that I would continue watching, or if it's something that I'll just pass and not watch again. And today, our first anime that we randomly pick on Crunchyroll, you just hit the little random button, and it's the first one that popped up, Bridge to the Starry Skies. This anime first starts out with two brothers, older brother and younger brother. They are at a bus station on their way to the countryside. The little brother's a little sickly, so the parents kind of sent them out there to, get some fresh air or be around like clean air, right? So we see the brothers on a bus. They're talking about, like, I think, I'm not sure if it's Yokohama or something like that. Like I'll fix it in post. But anyway, that's not important. The little brother noticed they're going the wrong way, so they hop off the bus in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of the forest. There's trees around us, like a little small bus station and stuff like that. So they're sitting there, and a monkey comes out of the blue. And steals the little brother's hat. The big brother, like an idiot, runs after the monkey. Now you can tell by this, the big brother, he's a very good big brother, because I don't know, monkey stole my little brother hat. Maybe I try to get it back, but I'm not gonna run off into a forest after a monkey and climb a tree to get my little brother's hat back. Like, at that point it's gone. Like, we'll buy you a new hat or whatever. But anyway, so the brother, Kazuma, I believe his name is Kazuma. He chases the monkey to the forest, gets the hat back, but he falls out of a tree, gets all scuffed up and everything, and he meets this girl walking in the forest by herself, which is a little weird. The girl's name is Yui. Basically, she is helping him. She decides to help him get out of the forest and go back to the bus station, so him and his little brother can get back on the bus station and go to their destination, which we find out is a hotel or an inn, a Japanese inn. And we'll get into that later. But one thing that happened, kind of like, it's traditional anime trope. I know it is, but like, I personally am not a big fan of it. Yui jumps across these rocks in this across this river, and she's like, "Oh, this is how you do it." So Kazuma's like, "Okay, cool. I'm going to do this myself." And then he jumps across the lake, has like a little flashback or something, because he was apparently in this town as a young kid. He visited it, and I guess like he's remembering stuff that happened in his past. Like, maybe, I think it's like a friend or something like that he had, and then it startles him. He like trips and he falls on her, and then they kiss, which is weird. Like, they fall directly into the kiss. Yeah, traditional anime trope. Anyway, that happens. Yui friend comes out of nowhere. Ibuki sees this and kicks him in the face and calls him a pervert. So now she doesn't like him. He is known as the pervert, and that's where, I guess, their clash starts. And then Yui is like kind of in awe or shocked or whatever. I guess she kind of liked it. I'm not sure. But yeah, so they go to the inn, and there's the innkeeper, who is their guardian now to their parents, come to the countryside, and I guess move to the countryside with them. But anyway, so rewind, the kids moved there first, I guess because they had to start school and stuff like that. I'm not really sure. I don't think they specifically addressed that, but the parents are planning to move to the countryside, so that much we do know. Anyway, later on in the episode, the older brother Kazuma goes to take a bath, and he goes to take a bath into the bathhouse or whatever. He's like, "Oh man, it'd be great, I get to hop in a big bath every day, blah blah blah." He opens the door, and there's a girl. Now he's butt naked. There's a girl. She shocks him. He shocks her, and then she looks down, and he gets all embarrassed, runs away. towards the door. The innkeeper opens the door. He bumps into her. They both fall, and then like you see him fall like flat on his back, and his legs are cocked wide open. She's like, "What's going on here?" Then she looks down and she's like, "Oh, pink." Anyway, that happens. He's all embarrassed. That's where the scene ends. And then later on into the episode where he's trying to, I guess, apologize to the girl who saw his dick by accident. The innkeeper was like, "Oh yeah, there was nothing much to see there anyway." But yeah, so that's kind of towards the end of the episode, and the very end is where Kazuma shows up at school, and what do you know? He goes into the class. The juniors, so first years, goes into the class, introduces himself, and he sees Ibuki, the girl who called him a pervert, who kicked him in the face, as well as Yui, and she's like, I think she smiles or whatever. She's happy that he's in her class and stuff like that. And that's kind of where it ends. And I was a little interested to see what happens, like their interaction, Yui and Kazuma's, after that. So I kind of watched half of the second episode, which I kind of ended it. I didn't really watch any more of it, but based off of what I saw in the first episode and the first half of the second episode, I don't think this is something that I would personally continue to watch. It moves a little slow, and I know a lot of animes, like slice of life and stuff like that, they kind of move slow in the first episode. But I mean, I've watched a couple slice of life animes like in the past and stuff like that, and they were able to capture my attention a lot more than this one. I just felt like there wasn't much substance to it, and like a little like the anime trope where he falls and he kisses the girl, like you know in anime, right? Like sometimes the guy will trip and fall, and he's like he has his hand on the girl's chest and stuff like that. Like all of that stuff, I personally am not really into, as well as like the little, I guess, panty shots and stuff like that throughout the anime, which I wasn't really cool with, and that's just me personally. And I know a lot of anime has it, even Dragon Ball has it, which Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are like my favorite thing ever. You know what I mean? But like I think even Naruto has stuff like that. So I mean, I guess like I can't really say too much on that because I do enjoy Naruto and I do enjoy Dragon Ball. But I guess maybe just too much for me or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it just didn't capture my attention. It wasn't something that I personally like, so I won't be continuing watching it. But if any of you have watched it, the entire series, again, it's A Bridge to the Starry Skies. If you've watched it, down in the comments below, let me know what you personally think about it, and maybe I judged it too early, or I'm being too unfair on it. So let me know down in the comments below. Does it get better? Do you enjoy it? What do you enjoy about it? And who knows, maybe if you all recommend it and recommend me watch more of it, you know, maybe it gets better like the next episode or two, then maybe I'll revisit it and kind of come back on here and talk about it with you all again. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, you all have a nice day. Peace.